Hey Melissa, this is going to be your new home program to try to really improve the extension and internal rotation of your right leg. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to find an elevated surface at home. If you have a two-story house, that'd be great. And what you're going to do is you're going to position your left leg on the elevated surface. You can use a chair and have a wall next to you. And you're going to take your hands and rotate them to the same side as your back leg. So basically you want to have your hands rotated to the right. And all I want you to do is sort of toe in your right foot just a little bit and drive your hips forward and come back to where you feel comfortable. And what we're going to do is by positioning your hands to the right, we're basically keeping your hip into internal rotation with extension of your hip. So instead of just going straight back and trying to get full extension of your hip, we're trying to attack it in a different plane of motion to help us go a different route to improve the extension of your hips. So do this for about, 30, 45 seconds, and really try and find those areas and corners and things like that are really tight. And once you finish that, then I want you to add a little side-to-side motion about the same time, 30, 45 seconds. And then after that, add just a little bit of rotation. So add a little twist and shout there. And make sure to keep that big toe flat on the ground. Keep your foot flat on the ground the entire time. But if you feel your foot starting to spin out, then basically shorten the distance of how far you have your hips extended. Second thing, what you're going to do is you still can use the stairs, but this time we're going to take away some stability. And so what you're going to do is if you're on the stairs right here, I'll just use a box right here to sort of mirror this for you. I want you to position your feet in the same position, make sure your hip is extended, and have your foot flat on the ground to where it's not going to roll up. And then take your same side arm, your right arm, and as you transition your hips moving forward like this, I want you to take your right arm and rotate to the right. So it should be a nice subtle movement. It shouldn't be herky-jerky. If you feel yourself falling over like I just did, then obviously shorten your balance a little bit to gain some better stability. Basically, that already feels 1,000 times better for me. So basically now we're trying to create some more stability in that hip joint and capture that new motion that basically you just created by stretching on the stairs. Third piece you're going to do, you're going to go, and this one, I think your kids will kind of laugh at you on this one, but that's okay, it'll be a lot of fun. So I've got a PVC pipe here. You can use a broom at home and find a doorway or a wall where there's plenty of space where you're not going to hit something. So all you're going to do is just position this back against your waist, and we're going to sort of take your brain out of this one, okay? So I want you to just balance on your right foot, and you're going to use your left foot and pivot and let the PVC pipe or broom just aim for that wall behind you. And so for this one, basically try and keep your right big toe on the ground. It's act like you're smashing a bug. And so when you do this correctly, you'll really feel this wind up your right butt. You can also take your left foot and sort of act like you're closing a door. And once you get the hang of this one, do this for about 30, 45 seconds. In fact, I would do this one a couple of sets a day. In fact, all of these to really go after this right hip. Once you get the basically get the hang of this and get your balance down, you can also take your left leg up and come back and pivot over that right leg and be able to control your body coming backwards. And then once you get the hang of that, you can kind of go for speed a little bit. So you can get there and come back. Get there, come back. Get there, come back, just like that, okay? So after you've done that about 30, 45 seconds, the last thing you're going to do is we're going to practice our pivots kind of like how we did today. But this time we're going to do kind of, where instead of stepping forwards and backwards, we're just going to step back into extension. And so what that's going to look like is, I'll stand from this side. I want you to stand with your feet a little bit wider than usual, a little bit wider than hip width. And when you step back, I just want you to step back wide, kind of like if you're at a clock, this is 12 o'clock, and then this would be about 5 o'clock right here. Just going to reach up to the ceiling and come back. Step back, reach up to the ceiling right there. And do that about 5 to 10 times in that angulation. Second piece of that step more in a crossover step and step more here, reach up into the ceiling. And only step to where you feel successful. Don't step too far out. All we want to do is try and get extension and extend your elbow and just touch the ceiling, and all we're doing is changing the foot stance and also the leg stance of where you go. So again, do about 5 to 10 reps with a crossover posterior to step. And then of course the last two we're going to do is, the last one we're going to do is we're going to step back and toe in and reach straight up and come back. Step back, toe in, reach up, and come back. So this is going to be your home program for the next 2 weeks. Let's see if we can really knock out that lack of extension and internal rotation. Let us know how it goes for you, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.